What a fantastic weekend that was, seeing that band right there, Hollywood Undead, at the Complex in Salt Lake City. You know, it's always great when you go with a crew of people that just don't complain at all. I was talking about that with my girlfriend last night. Like, there was nobody that said anything about, like, oh, do we have to go there? Or they make a big deal about going someplace like a record store that we went to. Nothing. We all just got along just fine. We had a great time. The whole weekend was just awesome. Going to Salt Lake City with, of course, my lady, Maddie, the marketing assistant, my girlfriend's younger brother. We all drove in my car down to the complex, interviewed Hollywood Undead, interviewed Johnny. Now, here's the problem. I forgot exactly what the other guy's name was, and I've been trying to figure it out this entire time. I feel so bad for not even knowing it. Of course, I know Johnny Three Tears, but the other guy, I'm just like, what's his name again? Who is that guy? I thought it would be Charlie Scene joining the interview, but yeah, it was another guy from the band. And yeah, everybody from that band is so funny. It's so fun to talk to the guys from Hollywood Undead. That interview will be up on our YouTube channel at some point at KBEAR 101 RMG. It's Peach's Pit Party kicking off on this fine Monday, September 29th. We have officially started the KBEAR Rockin' Halloween playlist, Haunted by Juicity Vapor. One of those tracks is coming up after the break. It is going to be fun to get extra spoopy around here. We got the Chevelle Show with Asking Alexandria and Dead Poet Society live at the Mountain America Center tomorrow night. We gave away all of our tickets, so if you want to buy tickets, make sure to go to the Mountain America Center website. That way you have the proper link to buy those tickets, and hopefully we will see you at the Mountain America Center. Should be a fun night. It's jam-packed. It's going to be jam-packed. It was jam-packed this weekend. Tomorrow is going to be crazy. Friday is going to be off the rails with Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. And then next Friday, we got In This Moment, Dayseeker, The Funeral Portrait, and Dead, also at the Mountain America Center. And then after that, nothing. I mean, we still got Thanksgiving and Christmas, but nothing concert-wise. Like, we're reaching the tail end of concert season. Make sure to go to at least one of these shows. If you go to more than one, that's fantastic. But if you can only make it to one, please do so, or try to at least go to one show before concert season is officially over. Peach's Pit Party will return here in just a few on KBEAR 101. KBEAR 101 at the Hollywood Undead show Saturday nights. I mean, Maddie is the ultimate Hollywood Undead fan. Maddie, our marketing assistant from down the hallway. And she's tiny enough to where she could be a great crowd surfer. But at the same time, I was worried that, you know, they would just drop her, and then I have an injured coworker that I have to explain to the bosses around here. Like, yeah, I thought it would be cool just to pick Maddie up and make her surf the entire crowd while Hollywood Undead performed. And luckily we didn't have her do that. She did get knocked over in the pit, but she got right back up. There are some people that are extra crazy in the pit. It's funny, my girlfriend and her younger brother have never seen a mosh pit before, so they were kind of spooked by it, you know? At least they weren't causing a whole fit. Victor left a couple tabs open on this computer here, and he had this metal injection article still up from the Sleep Token performance at Louder Than Life. I guess the fans of the band were catching heat for supposedly dropping numerous crowd surfers and telling others to drop that explicit word here at Louder Than Life. You know, there's a weird mixture when it comes to Sleep Token. There are the actual fans of Sleep Token who have been around for years, know their music, and they've been to metal shows before. And then there's the TikTok crowd that uses Sleep Token to listen to while they read, you know, books that involve a lot of romance. You know what I'm talking about. And they're the ones, I don't know if they're the ones to blame, if it's just younger people as a whole. I don't know who's to blame, but there's a lot of people out there that go, oh, don't touch me. I'm still kind of one of those people. I'm like, I'm not going to get in the pit. I don't want to be responsible for knocking somebody over. I don't want to have somebody complain, oh, Peaches just obliterated my brother in the pit, knocked him on his butt, and now he can't walk straight or something like that. You know, that type of thing. I just want to sit there and jam to the bands. What's funny is, by the way, on Saturday, I know the guys in Point North pretty well, and I was hoping to meet them at the merch table. They were luckily there after the entire performance was done and over with. Talked to John, the front man, and he was like, oh, Peaches, what's up, man? I saw you out there on the floor. I saw your big head above everybody else's. It's like, thanks, John. Appreciate it. But you got some of these fans at different shows. Victor and I have been talking about it, like those Tamer rock shows. The fans are like, don't touch me. I'm going to stand here and do nothing. And then there's, the people who want to do stuff or want to crowd surf. Crowd surfers are fun. If they want to do it, man, go for it. Even if they get knocked to the floor, they'll get right back up. I mean, there was somebody that Maddie was just telling me about. I didn't see this happen, but somebody was profusely bleeding because they were, a little wasted, a little drunk there, and just got knocked to the floor. And I guess one guy turned his flashlight on, and there was all this blood from this one girl. Hopefully, she's okay. We got to be safe in the pit. All right. Here's Nothing More with Chris Daughtry, Free Fall on KBEAR 101. I got to give a major shout out to Victor once again, leaving tabs open for things to talk about. I mean, he didn't do it intentionally. I'm sure he talked about this on his morning show. We already talked about the whole Sleep Token fans thing about, them saying, hey, drop those crowd surfers. We don't want them to do anything fun. We just want to stand here and watch and record the whole concert on our phones. There's a band called Haim. I believe that's how you say it. It's like ham with an I in it, Haim. The fans are investigating. Why is there a farter at every Haim show? Reports from Texas, New York, Seattle, and more are noting the same sulfurous smells. Again, going back to the whole Hollywood Undead show on Saturday that me and the crew went to. It was really funny. This is the second ever rock show. No, I think like third ever rock show that my girlfriend has ever gone to. She went to Breaking Benjamin at the Ford Health Trust Amphitheater. Or is it the Ford Health Trust Amphitheater? It's one of those places in Boise where they were outside on the lawn, far away from the performance itself. So that slightly counts, right? And then I took her to Scene Queen Deadlands, and those two. I think there's another band on that lineup that I'm completely forgetting about right now, but that's besides the point. And then last night, of course, that was our third ever rock show, Hollywood Undead, Point North, Autumn Kings at the Complex in Salt Lake. And she was telling me, that there was various smells, just like, the metalheads that don't shower or put on deodorant. There was that smell. There was the, particular substance smell. You know what I'm talking about? And then there's people who just, fart at concerts because it's extremely loud. You can get away with it. You're in a large crowd. Might as well just let it rip, Somebody posted, the man in front of me at the Milwaukee show for Haim was farting and it smelled like rotten eggs. Where is this class and decency? Where is the class and decency? I mean, you could just tell him, hey, dude, I smell your farts. You need to get a better diet because it smells like you're eating a lot of protein. And all that protein, man, too much protein causes your farts to stink, all right? Don't be that person that eats like a bean and cheese burrito before a concert, just lets it rip. I can't personally do that at any Mountain America Center or the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater show because I'm going around meeting listeners. What if I just farted around? Don't go say hi to Peaches. Other listeners warning other listeners. Don't say hi to Peaches. He'll just fart and walk away, and it smells horrible for the rest of the night. Not only are all these shows happening, tomorrow, Chevelle, Asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society, Friday, Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended. Also on Friday, there's going to be Bert Kreischer at the Mountain America Center. And earlier on this morning, Victor gave out the permission to party password at 7:05. Make sure to tune in every weekday morning this week at that time to listen for the password. And then at any point throughout the day, listen for that cue to call, big caller 20, repeat the password, win tickets to go see Bert Kreischer live at the Mountain America Center this Friday, October 3rd. And then one lucky ticket winner will score an after-show pass to meet Bert Kreischer after the show. Like I mentioned before, there's tons of stuff going on this week and also next. We're into the spoopy season. We're also giving away those haunted passports thanks to Wackerly Auto Center, Minuteman Services. We got that remote on Friday where either Victor or myself will be at Wackerly Auto Center from noon to 2, giving away those haunted passports to various haunted attractions here in the area. So much stuff going on, but we're excited for it. It's better than the dull season. I'm not looking forward to November and December because there's no new music, no concerts, no nothing. And all you have to do is look forward to 2026. Actually, you know what? There is a concert in November that I'm planning on going to at the Complex. It's a stacked lineup. You got Fame on Fire, Vana, The Pretty Wild, and this band headlining the entire thing. Set it off. Here's Rotten on KBEAR 101. I'm sure you know who Logan Paul is. The WWE star and, of course, YouTuber has sued an auction house over a piece of Michael Jordan. Over a piece of a Michael Jordan signed piece. What? How is this worded? This article is worded horribly. Has sued an auction house over a Michael Jordan signed piece of the United Center floor. Logan says he was not allowed to investigate the floor's authenticity before Heritage demanded payment, which was due on September 25th. The auction house told Paul he would lose his rights to the floor if he didn't pay the winning bid of $500,000. Paul alleges that the court's condition does not match the court from 1995 to 1998 and looks different than it did in photos from 2001 to 2005 seasons as well. It was removed from the United Center in 2006. Paul has a temporary restraining order set now through a court date on October 9th. Apple broke new grounds during their Apple TV Plus Friday night baseball broadcast by using 4 iPhone 17 Pro phones to capture live footage of the Red Sox versus Tigers game at Fenway Park. It's the first time an iPhone was used publicly to shoot a live professional sports broadcast. And also in skateboarding news, skateboarding legend Sandro Diaz just set two Guinness World Records, the tallest drop-in and fastest speed on a skateboard by skating down a 22-story government building in Brazil. He clocked in at 59 miles per hour while rolling down a drop that measured 230 feet. He, of course, was wearing safety equipment like a helmet and a spine protector. If I were that guy, I would have wrapped myself in bubble wrap just to even step foot on a skateboard. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on KBEAR 101. Today is officially the start of KBEAR's Rockin' Halloween Haunted by No Limit Guitar Company. Victor was like, yeah, you know what? October 1st is on a Wednesday. Why not just start the whole thing on a Monday and continue it through Halloween? KBEAR's Rockin' Halloween Haunted by Juicity Vapor, 2 Halloweenish tracks every hour, and then Halloween Day, nonstop Halloween tracks. If you ever have a Halloween track suggestion, doesn't have to be themed about Halloween. It could just be spooky sounding, very scary sounding, matches the vibe of the rest of the songs on the playlist that you'll hear throughout the next, month or more, a little bit more than a month. You can always suggest a track to us. You can email us. You can post it in the KBEAR 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. You can send us a message. You can also tap the mic icon on the KBEAR 101 app. Any way to get a hold of us, you can. You can also just feel free to reach us at 208-535-1015. KBEAR's Rockin' Halloween Haunted by Juicity Vapor. And then Friday, this Friday, as a matter of fact, our jam-packed Friday. I don't know how we're going to get it all done, but from noon to 2 on Friday, Victor or myself will be at Wackerly Auto Center in Idaho Falls to sign you up for haunted passports. The first 5 people who show up get a pair of haunted passports each to go to various haunted attractions. They're right here next to me. Haunted attractions like Idaho's Haunted Hospital, the Lost Souls attractions in Shelley, the Haunted Mill in Teton, Slaughter's Realm in Blackfoot. Those are some good haunts, all right? We want you to take a friend, take a date, go through these haunted areas and enjoy the spoopy season, as I like to call it. Anyway, here's a continuation of our Rockin' Halloween Haunted by Juicity Vapor. This is Halloween from Jared Dines. I already posted my To Peach Their Own question, and by that I mean I just kind of took whatever the Eagle asked in Boise and put it in the KBEAR group. And I should have asked this question. You know what? I'm going to save this one for tomorrow. I'm going to talk about it now, but I'll save this question for tomorrow's To Peach Their Own segment, which might not even happen because I'll be at the Mountain America Center running around the entire afternoon trying to get stuff done, coordinate things, make sure all of our ticket winners have their tickets and they're ready to go. The Mountain America Center, Chevelle Asking Alexandria Dead Poet Society tomorrow. Going to be a fun time. This question here is, if you were to build a house, what's one non-conventional feature you would consider to be a must-have? Some of the responses, like a hidden room behind a bookshelf that's just for naps and aggressively avoiding people, the overstimulation room, that type of thing. TOR, a dog washing station equipped with hand sprayer in the mud room just off the side entrance. The mud room? The mud room? Is that some sort of fancy house thing that I don't know about? A small room or entryway where footwear and outerwear can be removed before entering a house. I didn't know it was called that. That's cool. A mud room. I just stupidly thought of mud all over a room. Makes sense that it might be just in case you walk in from outside and it's raining. You walk in with your rain boots and there's mud all over the floor. You got to clean it up. At least it's only in that part of the house and not the rest of it. A dog washing station. You have to be obsessed with dogs to have that installed. A Costco door. A little door from the garage into the pantry. They just call it that? I didn't know that. That would be nice, though. You can just walk right into the pantry and load up all the stuff that you just bought. A Costco door, just in case you make a big Costco trip. That makes sense. I'm dumb. Floor, drain, and kitchen, laundry room, and every bathroom, just in case there's an accident. That's perfect. Or there's a flooding. Drains would work. These are all great ideas. I need to write these down. This question here, if you were to build a house, what's one non-conventional feature you would consider to be a must-have? A power outlet behind the toilet so I can get one of those fancy $7,000 smart toilets / bidets. A lazy river connecting all the rooms so I can float to bed. But then, yeah, what if you fell in the water? My whole thing is that I would have custom ceilings, custom shower head. Everything would be much higher. Luckily, my girlfriend, she's taller than a lot of people, so she'd be just fine. When we have kids one day, they'll be huge, so everything will be just great. It would suck for somebody like Victor who would decide to come over, and you can barely see the top of his bald head over the counter. We'll have to hand him things. Every cabinet's way high. He has to get a little step stool. We'll have a designated step stool for short people like him. You got to be careful when you're eating hot foods. I'm talking hot as in temperature, not the spiciness. Well, you can also be careful eating those too. If you're a person like me, and you start sweating profusely after you've had a couple of bites of extremely spicy food. Like, I enjoy myself spicy food, but you'll see me sweat, and it's disgusting. That's one horrible thing about me, is that I sweat profusely if there's some slight jogging. It's happened my entire life, no matter what grade of shape I'm in. No matter what, I will always sweat more than the next guy. I guess that's my answer for that's certain to peach their own question. Like, what is something you're good at more than 98% of people? One of my answers is sweating. I was looking here at this article that more and more kids are getting burned making instant noodles because of K-pop TikTok trend. Now, I've heard nonstop things about this K-pop Demon Hunters show. Do I care about watching it? Absolutely not. Do I want to watch it? No. But viral videos with hashtags like hashtag K-pop noodle challenge and hashtag Demon Hunters ramen show people eating Korean instant noodles, and they'll slurp the noodles, and yeah, they'll burn themselves. You know, don't be that person that slurps extremely hot ramen because you want to get the video out as soon as possible. It's causing severe burns in children. They have to go to the hospital because, you know, there's skin hanging down. Oh, it's always terrible when you bite into a hot pocket and it's just lava on the inside. Or it's even worse when you get like a jalapeno popper with cream cheese on the inside. First of all, this is making me hungry. Second of all, when you bite into one of those jalapeno poppers and it betrays you because it pops out all on the other side, gets all over your hand, you get a burn on your hand, you have to explain to yourself, like, this is not a cool story. You have to explain to someone, this isn't a cool burn story. This is just me being stupid and fat trying to eat foods as fast as possible before they're safe for consumption. Let's move on into some I Prevail, a song I like to call Into Heck on Peach's Pit Party on KBEAR 101. You know what would be absolutely insane is if Mr. Beast all of a sudden just went insane. Like, his videos went from him counting to 1 million. He had no money. He slowly grew his channel to the point now where he's one of the most, if not the most, subscribed YouTuber out there. And all of a sudden his videos get worse and worse and worse until one day it's like, could you survive me with a knife for $500,000? I mean, the video that he just posted, he titled it, "Would You Risk Dying for $500,000? I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that title and that thumbnail, and it literally showed him with a knife to his neck. And I was like, whoa, what is going on with Mr. Beast's channel? I guess the intro showed a professional stuntman escape a blazing building while collecting bags of cash. Some people were upset online, as per usual, that it suggested it was dangerously irresponsible and could put viewers who might copy the clip at risk. I mean, it's true. People are dumb out there. There's young kids who are very what's the word I'm looking for? Gullible, not really gullible, but more so they're like, hey, Mr. Beast did it. We can do it too. Was there one of those skull and crossbones at the beginning of the video that says, hey, please do not try this at home, that everybody ignores? I mean, I can't say the name of the show, but you know the one with Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, the rest of the crew. Can't say that name of the show on the air, so which kind of sucks, but you know the show that I'm talking about. There's always that skull and crossbones. Warning, do not attempt these. These were done by trained professionals. And there's still kids that were 12 years old back in 2005 that were trying to do these stunts. I had two friends that would always try to record themselves doing some type of dumb stunt thanks to the show. And they got hurt, of course. Here's another song off of our KBEAR Rockin' Halloween, Haunted by Juicity Vapor. Is it Aphex Twin? Come to Daddy on Peach's Pit Party. Are actors and actresses now done for? I was looking here at this article about how there's an AI actress named Tilly Norwood, basically a fake woman that this guy created, that I guess she's close to signing to some type of talent studio. Oh, I guess Tilly Norwood is the first creation to emerge from recently launched AI talent studio. Oh, how do you say this? Isoya? I don't know how you say it. Xicoia. There's another AI production studio that this one's a spinoff from called Particle 6. And they're really trying to push this one girl, Tilly Norwood, who's entirely fake, by the way, to be the next Scarlett Johansson. There's too much AI stuff. I mean, I like to use AI from time to time for, podcast transcriptions, coming up with a short description for me, that type of tedious work. Would I want it to artificially create a radio DJ, like the one that we use seriously? Like, we'll joke around with it. But I think now our operations assistant, Jeff, has kind of been the temporary host of Jenks Show, Saturday nights, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., Make sure to stay up late on Saturday night for that show. It's always fun. 4 hours of crushing brutal metal. I don't think people are going to like this one. Really, there's a whole war against AI. I'm rightfully against the whole, replacing people with AI. This woman does look fake, but how are they going to integrate her? It's weird how it's eerie AI is getting. How there was that whole AI musician that we talked about previously on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, that she has millions of Spotify streams. And there's people who just mindlessly listen to pop music and whatever sounds good to them they like. They don't care where it's from. There's a lot of people not only in pop, but all over every genre that listen to music and they just like what sounds good to them. They don't care if it's an AI-generated act. They don't care if it's whatever it is. They'll just enjoy the sound of it. And I feel like we're unfortunately going to deal with the next AI musician, the next AI actress to make it big, and it's free to use this person because they're not real. Don't have to pay them. You just have to pay the guy who created this person, but still, not as much as paying a real person like Scarlett Johansson to be in your movie. The future is looking bleak. As part of our KBEAR Rockin' Halloween, Haunted by Juicity Vapor. That's right, Dark Bloom from We Came as Romans featuring Brand of Sacrifice. I was talking to the owner of Ranch Records in Salt Lake City, and I always like to explaining to people in Salt Lake, like, oh yeah, I work with KBEAR, not Utah's KBEAR, that's gross. The much, much better Idaho KBEAR that plays actual music, not the same old stuff. We were in the car, and I guess I was listening to Cannonball 101 in my car before we traveled down to Salt Lake because my radio was on 101.1, and we decided to turn on the Salt Lake City KBEAR, and it's the same late 90s, early 2000s, just jock rock the entire time. It was not attention grabbing in any way. Maddie, the marketing assistant who was in the back seat, was like, are they really just playing this? Like, this is as crazy as they go. They have the same voice guy as us. They have a guy named Victor who's also bald, I think. Those guys, the staff is nice, but big time corporate radio versus, a station like us, the difference is crazy. But anyway, I was wanting to talk about this because I've been bombarded with advertisements about, hey, It's so good to use this mouth tape to sleep at night. You'll sleep deeper. You won't be a mouth breather, you dummy. Like, they always try to almost like slightly insult you with commercials like this, where they're like, you're dumb for sleeping with your mouth open. You need to sleep through your nose. You got to breathe through your nose. You'll dream deeper. You'll sleep deeper. All of that stuff. Well, now I'm seeing here from the Associated Press, some people tape their mouths shut at night. Doctors wish they wouldn't. Having your mouth taped shut is the stuff of nightmares, but some people are doing that, just that to themselves, in an attempt to sleep better, no less. Doctors say don't do it. Some on social media say it's a hack for getting more and better sleep and to reduce snoring. The claims, which are not backed by science, are taken off on places like TikTok, sometimes pushed by people working for companies selling related products. Now, one of my favorite things to see online are those dumb fake podcast ads. I don't know if you've ever seen them or not, but there are these people who pretend to talk into microphones about certain products. I don't know if it rooted from Joe Rogan talking about specific products on his podcast, and all of a sudden sales for that product would go through the roof, but there are now these actors and actresses who fake being on a podcast. There's no name to it or anything. They just have those same old microphones in front of them. They go, hey, by the way, I can't understand how these people are using different apps at work. I just use one, and it's called ClickUp or something dumb like that, you know? Talk to a doctor. Go get a sleep study if you want to sleep deeper. If you're afraid you have sleep apnea, you're not sleeping properly, trust me. I'm a guy who went to the sleep doctor after my heart went into AFib and all of that. Got my sleep study done, found out I have sleep apnea, so I have the CPAP, and it's a pain to get used to. But when you do finally get used to it, it helps you sleep so much better. That's right. You know, go see a doctor if you're having trouble sleeping. That's the overall message of this break. Well, there's two different weird news stories popping up here, but we already talked about one of them, that crazy squirrel attacking people in California. That's right, 5 people have been bit by this squirrel that's just terrorizing this neighborhood. Well, let's talk about this other story. You never know what you're going to get when flying Ryanair, Ireland's low-cost airline. You never know what you're going to get on an airline in general. A flight from Milan to London last week got a little bizarre and scary when 2 men allegedly began eating their passports mid-flight. I'm assuming it's because of some statement they wanted to set or something dumb like that, but it's a very strange thing to do at any altitude, and passengers were understandably puzzled and concerned. One person described it as the scariest 15 minutes of my life. About 20 minutes into the flight, the seatbelt sign went off, and that's when the weirdness began. It's kind of like when that purge starts almost. You hear that ding, and all of a sudden everybody stands up, starts grabbing for things, shaking the airplane. I'm sitting there, bracing for turbulence. Flight attendants were alerted to something happening at the front of the plane, and that's when one of the men reportedly began tearing pages from his passport and eating them. His companion headed to the back of the plane and tried to flush his own passport down the toilet. For what reason does it say here? It says the crew was alarmed by their actions, alerted the pilot, who made the decision to divert the plane to Paris. I would be so mad. Some 2 idiots on the plane. I would become the scariest thing on the plane if all of a sudden 2 idiots like this started doing something dumb and then the pilot has to divert to a different airport and ruin the whole thing. Once on the ground, French police boarded the aircraft, arrested the 2 men. After a 2-hour delay and a full bag search, the flight finally continued on to London, and passengers were offered free drinks before landing. And they always give you some terrible refund thing. Or they're not even a refund, just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, here's a gift for you for your troubles after a 2-hour delay and 2 people probably just, scarring you for the rest of your life. It'll be a story you tell for the rest of your life. Here's 2 free drinks. Or not even 2 free drinks, 1 free drink. Or no, it's multiple free drinks. No, it might just be 1 free drink per person. It says free drinks to all the passengers. So they might have gotten, the tiniest can of Coke possible, and that was it. I'm getting advertisements to change a normal picture of your dog, which I don't have a dog. Don't have any pets at all. Change a normal picture of your dog to a picture of royalty that you can print out and frame, hang up on your wall. And it reminded me of that thrift store that me and my friends went to that one time, and we went to one particular room, and every single framed photo you could tell was just AI generated. Not that it had 6 fingers or anything, but it was the same art style, exactly the same. And I'm just thinking, the person running that thrift store, do they just think they can rip people off like that? I mean, a lot of those pictures were $40, $50, maybe $30, $60, quite expensive for something that I could do in a minute or two on ChatGPT. Like, give me a picture of an alien on Mars looking all groovy that some teenager would want in their room or something. I don't know. But you kind of lose your trust to those particular stores. Now, I've heard of mega stores. I'm not going to name names here, but I do get sometimes. I just lost my train of thought because I got an email that was all about tomorrow's concert, trying to coordinate everything, and I was reading it while talking at the same time. That was dumb. Just don't trust anybody who sells AI art. It's quite silly that people are trying to get away with that sort of thing. And I don't know if this person's been called out yet at the store. Somebody's walked up to the owner and said, "Hey, why are you selling AI art?" And then you see all the other furniture in that store. It's quite expensive. You don't know if you can trust the rest of the products. You don't know if somebody donated like their dresser and they just restored it and then are now trying to sell it for $600 when they got it for like, what, 10, 20, 30? Definitely not 600. Anyway, that's my little rant about people selling AI art, I guess. Youngblood changes right here on KBEAR 101. Just this Friday, there's a ton going on that I want to remind you about. Well, of course, there is the Mudvayne Static X and Vended show at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. There's also Bert Kreischer at the Mountain America Center. It's going to be fun. And then also from noon to 2, either Victor or myself will be at Wackerly Auto Center giving away haunted passports. These little things next to me that are shaped like a coffin. They look awesome. They're kind of like a souvenir. I mean, if you do win a pair of these, you might want to keep them for something like a scrapbook. I know my girlfriend's huge into scrapbooking. Victor's walking by, giving me the thumbs up. Why are you here this late, Victor? 6:30 p.m., dude.
Hey.
Why are you walking in? You were just here 12 hours ago. Or you started your show more than 12 hours ago.
I just can't get out of here today, man.
I'm talking about the Wackerly Auto Center remote.
Oh, it's Friday from 11 to 1?
Noon to 2.
Noon
Almost.
to 2.
You can show up 11 to 1, or maybe show up and stay till 2.
Yeah, we'll figure all that out.
Now,
it's Friday.
It's the first 5 people who show up, right, that get the haunted passports? No, it's not
We're
that?
putting them into a drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I should erase that previous break then.
Oh.
That
yes.
that I did. Where okay, because I was thinking, I'm like, the first 5 people seems like nothing.
Yeah, then we'd have nothing to do for the whole time.
Speaking of coughing, by the way, don't just avoid Katie in the next studio.
Oh, she's sick?
She's still sick, yeah.
Why is she at work?
Came back from what's Morocco?
Yeah.
Or almost said Mulholland Drive.
From Mulholland Drive.
Came back from Morocco with a little bit of a cold, so she still sounds stuffy.
Yeah, keep her away from me.
Well, she's not. She's in the Z studio.
That's
she
fine.
Usually locks herself up in there, but
my office is right next to it.
I know you're the biggest germaphobe, so I wanted to let you know.
Yeah, stay back. I got a lot going on this week.
That's right. I cannot get sick right now.
No.
Nobody can get sick right now.
And I don't have any time off.
Right.
So
you have to come to work all, hi, guys. Oh, you would kind of sound the same. I don't feel so good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit off. Tired. I could use some more sleep.
This Friday, either Victor or me will be at Wackerly Auto Center signing people up for the haunted passports.
Yeah, we don't know who yet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But either one of us is cool. So come see one of us.
One person already said, hey, I hope it's you and not Victor.
Well, they might get their wish.
All right, Victor, so this is a weird day today. You popped up during the 6 p.m. hour. You stayed till the end of the show, Peach's Pit Party, and now you're back in here, even though this is your first time on the air during the beginning part of the 4 p.m. hour.
Okay.
So this goes to show how radio pre-recording works. I wanted to hear your answer for today's to Peach Throne question. I'm logged into your Google Chrome. I need to have it pulled up on mine here.
Okay.
I basically ripped off the Eagles question here.
Oh, good. All right. I haven't seen it yet.
Name the big 4 of bands you hate.
Big 4 bands I hate?
Yeah.
That's hard because hate's a strong word.
John said, "You will not suck me into Hateful Monday." I'm going to make that a thing.
Maroon 5 is in there. I think that they just suck and they make me cringe.
I mean, you could also choose artists too, like solo artists. Like I'm sure you'd put James Blunt up there.
He sounds so ridiculous that I can't ultimately hate him because he makes me laugh with his terrible sounding voice. So I don't hate it because how many times have we played his stupid voice on air just because it's funny? You know, I'm trying to think of bands I hate.
Meanwhile, I'll play this.
My life is
I don't have my headphones on.
my love is pure.
I'll just turn the mics off and put the speakers on.
An angel.
Take that,
Of that I'm
Victor.
sure.
So awful.
She
So awful.
smiled at me on the subway.
Let's see. Maroon 5. What else do I really not like? Jason Aldean. I think he's just super cringe. And
And you
his
hate
songs
him
aren't
because you said try that in a small town.
Well, that's one of the dumbest songs I've ever heard.
And he's from a bigger city. All right.
Yeah, like, dude, trust me. Things go down in a small town. Remember the story we talked about on the noon hour earlier about a teacher in Blackfoot feeding a puppy to a turtle?
Yeah, try that in a small town.
Yeah, that's what happens. Remember when the sheriff of Blackfoot got ding-dong ditched and came at the children with a gun?
Try that in a small town.
Remember the apartment or the hotel I stayed at in Burley when I first moved there? I stayed there for a couple weeks, and then later, like a month later, the owner was found under the floorboards, murdered.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
You do a parody of Try That in a Small Town, almost like We Didn't Start the Fire, and it's all crimes.
Oh, there's
that have been
another one,
committed
Billy Joel. He sucks.
But that all crimes that have been committed in small towns,
Yes.
and you just release that.
I should.
Of like, Blackfoot, Sheriff, Ding Dong Ditch, like there's this whole thing. And
Yeah, I would put Billy Joel on the list. I don't think his music's good, and he's a complete jerk. Like he's an awful person to his bandmates.
Have you met him before, or have you just seen the stories?
There's a documentary called, I think it's called Hired Gun, and it's about session musicians. And I think that out of every person in that documentary, Billy Joel treated his band the worst. He's awful. So we got Maroon 5.
Billy Joel.
I said somebody else. Oh, Jason Aldean. Because he's super annoying. Who else? Maybe Dan and Shay. Like the music's just so lame.
It is.
Like it's just not good.
Okay.
Like I don't know.
2 pop artists and 2 country artists.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are probably not my final answers. If I really thought about it. But what's your list?
My list. Oh, that's a tough one. I have to think about mine. Really, it's just the whole thing. I mean, bands that I truly despise. I mean,
Trapped.
Sublime would be on there. Also, a particular venue announced Trap was going to perform acoustically at their venue, and it's a local venue.
Here?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
turn off the mics.
Okay.
Look up the gem.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I turned the mics off. I'll have to edit that part of the podcast out. But yeah, Sublime definitely. I just do not care for them. Do I really want to say the other ones? I mean, I don't really care for 311, but I don't hate them.
Yeah. That's why I said hate's a strong word.
Right.
And, so the music's got to be just unlistenable to me.
Like, I don't care about Sabaton. People worship that band, and I'm just like, it's the same old, let's fight the dragon and march towards the volcano. It's
Yeah, I would definitely not put that in the same realm as like Maroon 5 or something like that.
Yeah, it'd be tough to come up with ones that I hate. I mean, there's Sublime, I do hate them. Same old stuff with every song. I don't care if you're a Sublime fan. Good for you. We'll still play them, but I do hate them.
I should have started naming bands that everybody likes. Like if JD was listening. AC/DC.
Well, some people
Every song sounds the same.
Some people have in the KBEAR 101 Idaho Rock and Metal. 2 people so far have put Metallica. One Jeff wrote the Beatles, Metallica, Elvis, and U2.
Okay, so let's just pick four big ones.
Jake wrote Metallica, Rush, System of a Down, 21 Pilots.
Okay. How can you outright hate Metallica? Like, I'm not a super fan.
Well, they're definitely overplayed everywhere.
Well, they're one of the biggest bands on the planet.
Like Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pearl Jam. I cannot listen to any of those bands just because I've been forced to listen to them my entire life. Nirvana as well. The big four of overplayed radio bands.
Yeah.
If you imagine a rock station without any one of those four bands, they would have nothing on their playlist. Maybe they would be good because they'd find other artists to play. But,
Maybe.
I mean, like I was talking I was listening to Cannonball 101 prior to leaving for Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And you know how 101.1 turns into Salt Lake City's KBEAR 101.
Mm-hmm.
And we were playing that in the car while chatting because we were waiting for 3 p.m. to go inside the complex and interview Hollywood Undead. Me and Maddie were sitting there just judging the station because it's like hard rock. It's the same voice guy. It's Brian.
Yeah, it's Brian.
Saying some stereotypical stuff, and then it would go right into Testify and
Well,
Smashing Pumpkins.
Then they're
and
getting better.
it's the same stuff, though.
Yeah.
Same old crap. It's so annoying.
Yeah, they used to not play any of that 90s stuff. You know, and that was really annoying.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.